Hi, welcome to That's a Thing Accent Core. It is episode .76, and it is Monday, June the 8th. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yay! Happy Pride Month.
I'm Drew.
I'm Kevin, also known as Raylith,
Nolan.
also known as Nolan.
Yeah.
See, nah, you're smart. You're
It might as
smart.
well be Happy Riot Month as well.
Yeah, nah, we gotta keep the riots going. Pride didn't start off corporatized. Ain't no brands. We keep it going. Hello?
I'm still here. Sorry. So I already told Kevin, but I haven't eaten today.
Oh, Drew's
So I'm,
eating.
so I'm having some ramen noodles.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to work that in between other people talking.
no, okay, no, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So me and Drew had our talk about police brutality last week. So Nolan, as you weren't here last week, you could have some time and say how much you like or dislike, preferably dislike police brutality. Let's hear it.
You got.
Well, I mean, you cut out a little bit.
All right. How's this?
It's good.
You guys kind of covered everything. I would just like to say fuck the pigs. That's about it. And
No,
that's my little add into
Well,
it.
it's a good statement. Drew is
I
probably
think that summarizes things pretty good.
yeah. Also, I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny that our strong and manly president set himself up in a baby gate cage around his house because he got afraid. I think that's really funny.
Yep.
It's
Wrong.
It's the best way to end this presidency.
oh, I love it. It was he starts off saying I'm gonna build a wall, and he did around himself because he got scared. Love it.
I think the best in this president is getting. I can't think of a better. Huh?
You like cut out. So you said like the best
Oh.
way to end it, and then it kind of staticked out, and it either made it made it sound way more sinister than you hopefully intended, or less sinister.
Well, I said the best way for this to end is if he gets COVID.
That
I can't
okay?
think of a better ending to the presidency than that.
And there's no ventilator. Oh, all right. So yeah, like my feelings have not changed since last podcast. We support our Black Lives Matter friends. And and we want to do what we can to bring.
Somehow, the police have gotten worse.
Yeah, nah, man. Drew, they're heroes. They're shooting people with rubber bullets. They're stabbing water bottles.
They're such heroes. They're almost out of tear gas.
Yeah, that's just how much work they've been doing.
Listen, look. The protesters were being mean to them and saying mean things and throwing water bottles at them. They had to shoot them with rubber bullets and tear gas. It made sense.
We had
That's the escalation to that.
Those protesters also had a different skin color. That's reason enough.
I get very scared. I saw Resident Evil 5. It's very scary. But
The original Resident Evil 5 trailer
exactly, that's what's going
where they were
on.
all blacks, not a couple brown.
No, it was you're like, "Oh dear."
Those deadly 12-year-olds out there on the street.
Listen, we have to bring out the Sonic Devastator truck and shoot it at the protesters. We have to bring it out. Also, don't ask why we have the Sonic Devastator truck. Ignore that. Oh.
Shoutouts though, a federal court ruled that cops aren't allowed to use chemical weapons on Protest. I
Yeah.
can't remember what date it was.
I don't remember either, but that's good.
Yeah. You know, you can't use that stuff in a war zone.
No. Which is I was gonna say it's a time when the Third Amendment is getting rolled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I remember back in elementary school when we were talking about like I'm like, yeah, that one's gonna come up like the troops quartering in your house, and now it's like, oh, there we are.
That's-
Coming out.
Yeah, that was definitely the. And this one's still here. It's not really a factor. Like, it's whatever, but it's still here. Oh no! And nowadays, 2020 is the year. Finally, the Third Amendment's time to shine.
Yeah, love it. All right. So other than other than civil unrest, how your guys' week's been going? Cause I had many adventures.
I started Googling more ways to play Solitaire.
Solitaire?
That's how bored I am. Is I'm looking at because my library job is still from home, and there's only so much to be done. So it's I'm listening to interviews I've already listened to, trying to find more stuff in them to catalog. And it means while the same interview I'm listening to for the second or third time, I'm now also just playing Solitaire while
Drew, instead of playing Solitaire, you could download that Magic the Gathering Arena.
Yeah, no, but I'm literally playing Solitaire with physical cards. So the computer is still just doing the
Oh.
that's the line I've set not to cross. No, the computer has to stay on business.
Okay, that's smart. That's very smart. It would be, and it's something that I've had to do whenever I've been in college. I never brought my laptop to classes because I know I can see it on my desktop, Magic the Gathering Arena, or Hearthstone or whatever, and I just click it. It ain't gonna stop.
So what I've started to play instead of regular Solitaire is Free Cell, which all the cards are dealt face up, and then you have free empty zones where you can put cards you don't need right now. But I'm also just learning Solitaire games are not actually designed to be won. They're designed to kill time, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, my suggestions, and these are things I did at the call center. Those Warhammer books are pretty beefy.
Yeah, but I can't read and keep one ear on them.
Oh.
That's where the problem. Otherwise,
also drawing. Drawing works. Now's the time to get that skill a rolling.
That's actually. Yeah.
You get yourself a tiny little sketchbook and you just start drawing. It doesn't matter if it's bad. You got that time. I drew so much when I was at the calls. I drew more at the call center than I do on my free time because there was nothing else to do. And I'm like, okay, I'll draw another Goku.
Oh, BA from ACT.
Yeah, man.
In final. But let's. Other than that, I'm rewatching Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, you're watching Airbender.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, go Nolan.
Yeah. Tell us about some Avatar.
Well, no. So, I watched Avatar front to back. Oh yeah. Well, I forgot to tell this. I forgot to tell you guys about this a couple weeks ago. I'm engaged now. To my girlfriend.
Congratulations, dude!
So now me and my fiance are just burning through Avatar because she never really watched it.
Oh man,
See,
she's in for a treat.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I just started dating a gal, and she'd never seen it. And like when I kept like saying like, "Oh, you're gonna really like it," she kept being like, "No, I don't think I am," because she thought it was gonna be like Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, on the one hand, she's both right and wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, right that no, Avatar is good and not like Dragon Ball Z, but wrong because Dragon Ball Z is still good.
Like, I actually forgot how good those like first 3 episodes are, and they're just solid,
Yeah.
and they're funny, They're really funny. I forgot how funny that show was.
You
Yeah,
get Aang
it
doing
is.
that little wind thing, and he's like looking at the screen like, "Eh?" It's one of my favorite moments of that show where he's just spinning the balls around like, "Yeah, look at me."
I forgot how funny like Zuko and Iroh were as just a duo.
Iroh is such a good character.
Oh my god, he's the best.
Iroh and Zuko are my favorites. Well,
Iroh is
Toph is my
basically
favorite.
just-
Toph is my favorite.
Iroh is my favorite.
Iroh's really good.
But-
Honestly, can I just say like they're all my favorite? Because I'm just thinking about the main cast. I'm like, yeah, kind of like all of them.
Yeah.
I like
And Nickelodeon thought this show was going to flop hard.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's corporate executives. They have no idea what to do.
Kids don't want long-form storytelling.
Remember, never forget that corporate executives at Disney felt like Doug was such a strong property that they had to buy it.
Yeah.
Doug. It's not Avatar, get that out of here. We want Doug.
When I'm,
What are you saying, Nolan? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, yeah, now you're coming through.
Oh no. Doug, when I think about Doug, I don't think of a strong property or something that's engaging or fun to watch. It's just Doug. That's it.
Yep. Exactly.
Doug's a lot like baseball. He's always there for you on
On a Saturday afternoon. When you're a child and you're like, okay, hit me up with it, Doug. Also, I don't like the stunning revelation that everyone is dating except me. Have I done that comic before?
No, you did one where it was love letter, and it was the person who went on a date last goes first.
Okay. So I've done that joke before. Because I forget that I keep doing jokes before, and I don't know if it's because I've done it before or just my life has had the situation happen again. It's a really weird scenario where I'm like something bad will happen, and I'm like, I swear I've done a comic about this.
You live in an unending cycle of this. That's it.
That's my Avatar cycle. That's instead of getting control over the elements of fire, air, water, and earth, it's just the same stupid joke keeps happening.
It's air conditioner streaming.
Yeah, AC, streaming, a poor love life, and food poisoning. These were the these were the elements that held our world together. And suddenly the haunted painting attacked. Now, I have to master all the elements.
But yeah, I will say, starting to, like, we started, it was like the middle of March when I first sent her a message over Hinge,
Yeah.
and then the pandemic happened.
Yeah! You
So,
doing
like,
it.
yeah, so it was like a month or something before we even met in person, at least.
But I think in some ways that's good, because that means you have a rapport. And you've built a relationship based more on personality and discussion, so that you don't have the yay physical attractiveness, and then like a week later that's gone, and you're like uh oh.
No, I think I got you beat. It was like 2 months for me
No, that's good.
talking over a dating app, and then we met.
What's your go-to dating app? What was your go-to dating app? I shouldn't use present
It
tense to an engaged guy.
it was Tinder.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, no, that makes sense. Nolan's part of the youth. The youth can
Yeah.
use Tinder.
Nolan, are you 27?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't remember because I'm 4 years below Kevin, and I was like 4 or just 2 below.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought
I keep
Nolan was
forgetting how young
24.
I am.
I thought Nolan was 24. So this makes more sense. I was like, okay, yeah. You add 3 years to that. That makes sense. Because if you minus 3 years from mine, then you hit where like my actual interests are.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it goes. Okay,
It's
Cupid
weird
was
not being
good.
the youngest. Yeah, it seemed like it was for a little bit.
Oh, it was
but by the
sick.
time I came in on like the last days of OK Cupid, whatever. It was like not great, and it's only gotten worse.
Oh, it's unusable. It was unusable. It used to be doable, and now disaster.
Yeah,
Ah.
I've enjoyed Bumble and Hinge. I've never tried Tinder.
I think I did try Tinder, and it didn't go well when people sent me a message because maybe my technique of not hiding my power level was not the smartest thing to do.
Hold on. What do you mean not hiding your power level?
I don't mean
You're in
so.
for a treat.
Oh, you haven't heard my scenario, my strategy? That so far as we can see is perfect. So my dating strategy has always been that you hit whenever you start hitting the messages, you hit them at like 80% power. So for instance, if I'm dating someone and they're saying like, oh, what are things you like to do? And you'd be like, yo, I like that Magic the Gathering. It's sick. I love it. I've been doing this. It's awesome. What have you been into? Like, I don't mince. I'm all in there. All in. I don't lie. Say I like cartoons, playing video games. What? I also go for a walk. That's what I do.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, that's the same then. Because I immediately put up, I love Devil May Cry, and I
Yeah.
love anime,
Yeah. Yeah, that's always been my
and
thing.
I love me some video games, and I
Exactly.
play D&D, and that's it.
Yeah. I did that. But as you've probably seen, as everyone is fully aware, I might not have the swab to pull that off.
All the readers of TargetCombo.tumblr.com know.
Or the Twitter or my stream. Listen, there's 75 episodes of me talking. You know how I am. You know how it is here. I ain't hiding. I'm out there in the wild. So anyway, yeah, Avatar's pretty great. I think Korra is actually good in season 1. I think season 1 of Korra is good.
Do you remember how
season
much
one's great.
I don't know just how much Mako, Korra, Asami, Bolin love Quadrangle.
I thought that was fine in season 1 of Korra. The problem with Korra is that then every other season they thought was their last, so they got progressively worse because they couldn't do anything. But season 1 was sick. There was some cool stuff.
I think you're overhyping. I'm not saying season 1 was bad, but I think you're overhyping.
Like, okay, so season 1 of Korra is not as good as seasons 2 and 3 of Airbender.
No,
but
it's not as good as season 1 of Airbender.
I'd put it... Oh, because I haven't seen season 1, so I can't say that. In my mind, it's a roughly equivalent to season 1 of Airbender.
But, like, I don't know. I remember at the time not caring that much about it. But now thinking about the first time we see Korra is like a 3 or 4-year-old who's just already mastered 3 of the elements.
Oh, I like that. I thought that was funny. I like that
But
a
that's
lot.
the problem. You can't get any character development that way.
But she developed over the course of that show. That the problem is that she kept doing that same arc like every season, but she that first time was pretty good.
Oh, so you like Auto Rocket the Airbender. Or sorry, Auto Rocket the Avatar.
Yes, because it was different than Aang, and I thought that was an interesting idea. I didn't want her to stay Auto Rocket the Airbender, but I liked it for like a season. I was like, okay.
Like, it's my biggest issue with Avatar as a franchise is how many child prodigies there are.
Yeah. Although I think it's more that wasn't there an episode that addressed that where it was like Aang was better at waterbending than Katara and she didn't like it? Was that in season 1?
Yeah, that's like close to the end.
Because I thought that was a more interesting element of the idea of like he has the superpower cheats, but they make kind of sense because he's the Avatar, so it makes sense that guy would have the superpower cheats, and not everyone is just instantly that good.
And so my other problem with Avatar is they have a bad time showing the progression of time.
Other than Zuko's hair.
Yeah, that's like one of the only ones you get. But so while they're at the North Pole learning waterbending, Katara overtakes Aang in waterbending, becomes better.
That is, I would say, one of Avatar's. I agree with you. One of its downsides is the fact that the progression of time is a little wonky. Where I don't know, things are taking shorter and longer than I imagine, and I don't know if that's the TV or if that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I like Azula though. She's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she got some problems.
That's why I like her. I like the idea of like the prime Zuko having to confront what ideal Zuko to is, and it's just madness. It's like, Zuko, that's what your dad wants you to be. It's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Instead of your real dad, Uncle Iroh.
I'm still a little disappointed he didn't get to take Azula down by himself.
I'm okay that he didn't, because to me that's, I mean, like, if memory serves, because that's like, to me, Zuko's thing is that he has to learn to trust other people and like help out, you know, and that's his growth.
Oh no, I was okay with it just because it's all about, like, he saved Katara.
Yeah.
Because he's a noble soul. He cares more about helping his friends than, winning.
Yeah, revenge. He learned to let it go, like the classic martial arts movie philosophy of let it go, because the person that can't let it go just gets destroyed.
But the issue is he already did that when he confronted his dad. So like they'd already done that. Like whenever his dad like gets his firebending back when the eclipse ends, and he shoots lightning, Phil absorbs it, and then just shoots it above him, and it's like, "Nah, I could have ended you."
Oh,
it's just
I don't remember that.
And he even says going into that fight, like, we get to see that, like, Zuko's like, "Nah, but I can do it now. I can take her." He knows any other day he could not have beaten Azula, but nah, I can do it today.
Can we talk about the part where Aang talks with all the other avatars and they keep telling him just kill the Fire Lord? Like every single one of them is just like, nah, kill him. And he's like, no!
Just murder him. It's that easy. Just kill him. Kill him.
I killed him. I killed him. I did it. What? I killed him. It's like, oh.
Yeah, no, I totally would have killed him. Yeah.
Roku threatened him with death if he ever got out of line.
But what about you? Didn't you didn't kill that person? Technically, I did kill him.
I didn't save him. That's the same as killing.
I didn't save him.
It's like, oh.
Whoa, wait, you're not an airbender. You get it. We're supposed to be like peaceful. It's like, yeah, no, you're an avatar though. You're not an airbender. You have to do what's best for the world. Kill him.
Oh, I'm glad he met that turtle, because otherwise that series has a way different, darker ending. If he didn't make that lion turtle, and oh man, that's one of those like in conceptually, like in the moment, I'm like, nah, Aang, just kill that dude, ice him. But then like, oh, that feels so bad thinking about it later. If Aang just killed the Fire Lord.
Yeah, like how's he gonna do it? Is he gonna Superman Zod him? Just
Snap his neck?
yeah.
Ugh. Is it gonna like roast? Is it gonna be like is he gonna like Mortal Kombat Cetrion fatality him? Where he like chops off his little chicken legs and blows them up? Ugh.
Also, shoutouts to Nickelodeon for the 9-minute breaks they've been putting on their channel.
Yeah, I'm.
Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. I mean, not actually. I've seen the Twitter because
Yeah.
I don't have Nickelodeon.
Yeah, same.
But as you've seen, I am against brands. I am the enemy of brand. But if your brand is actually trying to do what it's saying to do, thumbs up. They Nickelodeon did some kind of statement where they're like, we're for kids, and that's why Black Lives Matters, because there's black kids, so we're for them. I'm like, okay, good job, Nickelodeon. You're still an evil brand, but good job.
Listen, as long as brand backs it up, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I agree.
If they pull a Ben and Jerry's and get arrested at a protest, yeah.
Exact. Or if you're
Yeah.
Lego and you just discontinue all police Lego sets, which they did. I'm like, good job, Lego.
Yeah.
Good job, brand. See, that's what you need to do. If you make that one guy's enemies list, then you're doing it right.
Oh, the Traitors of America?
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten through all that.
Oh,
I love
there's
it
a
so
lot.
much.
It's funny. And then that tweet where that someone's like, "Great, now I know who to support." And he's like, "No, please."
Oh no!
I've done it. Oh my.
I need to find this list.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna give him any pro, like, you know who it is. I don't want to give
Yeah,
him
I
any
can find it.
publicity.
That's an easy.
Oh, well, going back to weeks while he's looking it up.
Yeah.
Talking about Mortal Kombat, I bought Aftermath and I finished that story.
How is it?
It's good story mode.
It's the same as the first story mode.
Okay.
Just okay.
I liked it. I just
It's a
Back
lot
to
more
the
of
Future
Shang
2.
Tsung like being tricky in the background and shit. That's
Ooh, I
about
like
it.
that.
Yeah, it's Back to the Future too.
Oh. Okay. So we're gonna get like Marty Mc. I would love Marty McFly having to do the Mortal Kombat
it's
turn.
Biff.
What?
No, it'd be Biff.
Biff gets the Kami Dogu?
No, let's be honest. It won't be Marty McFly. It would be Rick and Morty, if anything. Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Oh man.
I remember liking some of that show.
I like the first season of Rick and Morty and some of the second. And then the fans made me hate it. And then the show made me hate it.
Yeah.
So I watched all the new season.
Okay.
Those first 5 episodes are fucking garbage and are fucking awful. The last 5 are okay, and that's it.
Okay.
When they're like, yeah, let's take the show back because this sucks.
Oh, good. So it's just back to just kind of sci-fi jokes
Yeah,
instead of trying to give the emotional depth and characters of Rick and Morty, which are zero and have always been zero.
literally those 5 episodes just make fun of the entire like season 3 and 4.
Okay,
It's
that's
on season.
yeah, it's on season
so
4.
like, oh man,
Pickle Rick is season 3.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but it's just making me think Venture Brothers is like on season 8 just wrapped up or season 7
I thought it was
wrapped
7.
up, and it's like Rick and Morty just gaining fast.
Listen, I'm fine with that. It's quality.
I know, but I just want more Venture Brothers.
I'm fine. I'm at the point. Just take as long as you take. Give me that blue Morpho. Loved it. It was so good.
and the other video game I played this week was another Black Lives Matter company, Activision, with playing Warzone.
Oh yeah, I'd also played like one game of Warzone before I couldn't stream it, and I haven't been playing it at all because it's Magic the Gathering time. So how do you like in Warzone?
And it's actually pretty. It's like all the good parts of all those other shitty battle royales put into one game.
I do agree. I also find maybe I don't know if it's me or because it's so popular, but I feel like I'm actually getting into more firefights and winning in Warzone than I did in Blackout and the others.
Yeah, same here.
Like my average kills per game in Warzone is like around 2 and 3, where in Blackout it was like 1 or 2. It feels like I'm getting into engagements more and coming out the other side okay.
Yeah,
Also, the gulag
It's-
is fun.
the Gulag's real fun.
I like the gulag. I like my strats of just slowly creeping around a corner, like aiming down sights, and having some other guy just run in because he's like, I'm gonna rush me. I'm like, nah, I'm just slowly advancing.
So, Drew, do you know what the Gulag is?
No, he might be eating.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That was the time.
yeah.
Anyway, the Gulag is maybe the best feature ever, in which if you die, you get a second chance by doing a one-on-one with another character.
My phone just went dark.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't realize this.
yeah. Drew's Discord is the shenanigans of
I
whatever.
was I was in the midst of explaining what the gulag was when I realized no one can hear me.
Yeah. Oh, you love it. You love it. That is peak podcast / streaming when you're going on for 10 minutes and you've been muted the entire time, and then you're like, why is no one responding? These are bangers. I am throwing out jokes and all sorts of stuff, and then you're like, oh, I've been muted, or oh, I'm on the wrong microphone and I've been blowing out everyone's sound.
But yeah, my only experience with Warzone is watching the Giant Beast crew play, and I got to see Vinny's like epic helicopter run to second place.
Oh. Yeah, I like it's weird because I like the battle royales where, and it sounds dumb, but that aren't as Twitch related, where I feel like in the Call of Duty ones, it's less about running and jumping and movement and more about, okay, I'm in this good area. I got a good spot. Now I can go here and level and get some gear, and then I'm here and I'm creeping around, instead of like the Fortnite version of, all right, I'm running around in the open. Who wants to fight me? And now my actual like APM / skills are what's going to determine how we come out of this engagement.
What's an APM?
Actions per minute, or how fast you can click the button.
Oh.
Yeah, that was old StarCraft. So
How well you can build the tower
yeah,
and how fast you can build it.
yeah, or just because what's been showing up is you see a lot of like when people were talking about team fight tactics and stuff, they call them low APM games because you don't have to have high action clicks. So when people like me who can't click the button very fast anymore because my hand hurts, that's the games we have to play. Except on console. Console, I've always been okay. My hands don't hurt on console. The mouse and keyboard just destroys my hands, especially if I'm doing if I'm doing PC games with mouse and keyboard. Like typing doesn't do it. Drawing really doesn't do it unless I draw for like 2 hours straight on a stream. That kind of starts to mess me up. But just like
it's the console. The consoles, you've played Mario Party from an early age, so your hands are.
Yeah, I also think
How fast can you spin a joystick in a circle, Kevin?
A lot.
No glove.
Yeah, the power, the that's the real nin ability, where you gain your seal on your hand, the sun's steel. I loved that was such a problem that Nintendo had to send gloves to people because they were getting blisters from that mini game. All right.
Did that one return in 2, or is that a 1 exclusive?
1. They did not do rotators anymore in the Nintendo 64 one until I think later on I don't think there was spinnings, there was mashing. Like they did mashing, but the spinning never came back because of the blisters.
Yeah.
I got a blister from doing it. Yep, I made that Shy Guy copter fly for like 23 seconds. So I mean, really, it was worth it.
Who's the real loser?
Yeah, not me. That's why I'm single. That's why I sleep in a race car bed.
That sounds like that's the mark of the Dan Rikers of the world. You ask to see someone's palm if they still have like the blister callus on their.
The accursed dark sign.
Yeah.
Stigmata.
Yeah, the Mario Party stigmata.
Oh, speaking of Dan Riker, I've watched all of Burgle My Bananas over the past couple weeks.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, tell us about that insanity and the terribleness of Donkey Kong 64.
So the first episode sets a dangerous precedent where they collect some banana coins and they get 3 in the first go, and it's like, all right, and that's 3 spins of the wheel. And those were not there are apparently 2 separate banana coins in Donkey Kong 64. So they immediately break the economy of their segment.
That's good.
Because like if you get the banana for the level, you get 1 banana token. Like you get 1 banana runt, that is your currency. Spinning the wheel will typically result in like getting 5 bananas, 10 bananas, give 3 bananas to other players.
I love it. No, that's great.
So immediately the game stops becoming get the star, the banana at the end of the level, and just how many coins can you find before your turn is over?
I love it.
And there are 2 breakout episodes that stand in my mind the most from the run. The first one is the slide beetle race, because they spent over an hour trying to beat this beetle and collect 50 coins.
Oh Lord.
And it is such a bad race. Because even if you're ahead of him significantly, whenever you get to the last part where you just foot race and run, you're not sliding anymore, he massively outpaces. So you can have be halfway across the final stretch, and he will still just catch up and win instead. And so they learn what you have to do at that leg of the race, get in the left lane, because then he'll push you as he's running.
Yep. That's old Rareware platformers.
And the other great episode was Dan had just introduced some more, like, 1 out of 100 spin of the wheel options. And it's like the second or third spin of the game. They get, it's a me. And that means they turn off Donkey Kong 64 and instead start playing Mario 64.
That's great.
And just everyone's realization of, like, this just feels so good. This feels so much better than Donkey Kong 64.
That's incredible. I love it.
Oh, Giant Bomb Premium is definitely worth it.
I want to say, in other party game Let's Plays, if you're listening to this, you already know, but I don't care. Woolie's Dokapon Kingdom Let's Play is incredible. It's a thrill ride from beginning to end because Dokapon Kingdom, I'm sad every day that we did not get to play that as a group because holy crap, that game is just the worst constantly. I love it. It's constant bullshit from beginning to end.
No, I remember watching the first episode of it, and I'm like, wow, this sucks. I really want to play this.
Oh man. It just gets, like, it's just the bullshit keeps confounding and growing and just, I do not want to ruin the twists and turns that the game will make to screw you over because it is, I think it was advertised as friendship and marriage destruction, and they are not lying because holy crap. Oh man. Oh, it's just, there's stuff where, for example, you can complete one of the quests to, like, get a reward of gold in a tower, and the king just gives the reward to someone else. So it'd be like in Mario Party if you bought a star and they said, okay, yeah, I'll just give it to last place then. Continue. It's incredible. There's so many.
So is it a Mario Party style game or what is it?
It's a Mario Party style game, but instead of mini games, it's like a Japanese role-playing game. So you get into random encounters, but if you land on a player's space, you can fight them. And if you win the fight, you get to either steal their stuff, rename their character, or do other stuff. So things get heated because people's characters get changed. Their name, like, I'm mad because there's character creation, and you make your own character, and then you're playing the game, and someone lands on your space and says that's not your name anymore. Your name would be something such as, what was it? I don't want to ruin that one because some of the names that are given are incredible, so I will not ruin them. But yo, it's great. And
It's a
No,
60.
the hair change might be my favorite.
yeah, you can also change, like, the hair of what people look like.
Yo, it's like 60 episodes long.
Yes. Yo,
Burgled by Bananas was 8.
okay. So yeah, also the thing to understand about Dokapon is that the single player mode is roughly the length of a Japanese role-playing game. So imagine that you're playing Mario Party for
50 turns.
for 50, not 50 turns, for 50 hours. And you're leveling and building characters. So it compounds because the feeling of, well, I don't want to lose now at hour 30. So that it just keeps building. And people's strategies start showing up. And the things you can do to the other players just start getting worse and worse. And it's incredible. Because that time investment means that you don't want to lose. I don't want to lose after 40 hours.
That is...
It's
Oh, that's awful.
I know, it's incredible.
What's it on? Like, what platform's it on?
It was PlayStation 2 and Wii.
Okay.
They made one for 3DS, but it was like single player or something, and no one ever liked it. It's one of those games where I look at it and my brain goes, some developer out there could make their version of Dokapon and they would rake it in, because this is an underserved genre of hateful Mario Party.
What are you talking about, Kevin? That's just Mario Party.
More hateful Mario Party. Going
Spiteful.
beyond. Yeah, the spitefulness of there. Because there's just so much shenanigans. It's like
I was thinking about this earlier today, where I don't think I could have, if I worked for Giant Bomb, I would not have signed up to play Mario Party with Dan Riker. There is no way in hell I ever would have agreed to be one of the people on that couch.
Oh, I would have. But then again, that's because I have the false bravado where in my brain I'm like, I'm good at Mario Party. I could take him.
No, that's not the thing to me. The thing is actually playing with Dan Riker.
Oh, I could deal with it.
I don't know. He's just like,
Oh, I could do
I don't
it.
think anyone can deal with the Dan shenanigans.
That is true. Also, the point of, I feel like no one on Earth's human luck is equivalent to Dan Reichert, where you could not, in Mario Party, that's what matters. In some kind of Akagi-esque way, you couldn't defeat Dan Reichert's flow of real life. You can't do it.
See, I disagree. Like, people always talk about Dan's luck, but really it's confirmation bias.
I don't know, man. He keeps...
Like, it is, Dan Riker just has a positive attitude and everyone else has confirmation bias, and that's what it is. That's what Dan's luck is.
Also, he likes being a heel, which is very important.
Yeah.
If you like being a heel, you're very important. Okay. I want to talk about the turtle.
Okay.
Okay, so I was driving over to my dad's, and on the way, on the road, I think it was it Carroll Creek? I think so. I don't know. There was a turtle on the side of the road, like kind of in the middle of the road. A turtle was trying to cross the road, and I felt bad because cars were just kind of driving over it, not like hitting it, but and it was just sitting there in the middle of the road. I'm like, oh, the turtle is scared. I'm gonna help it. So I pulled into like a neighborhood, and then I got onto the sidewalk because it was kind of near. It was like midway through a lane, so it's like couple feet into the road, because you know that kind of road where, but it was just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save this turtle. That'll be my good deed. I'm gonna help it. So I went up to the turtle, and first of all, that turtle was big. So
yeah, dude.
So because I have saved turtles before on the road, like little box turtles, and I've wrangled turtles before that are, about like size of like a napkin or a book, just a little box turtle. I've dealt with those turtles before.
An upside down bowl.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can handle it. You just grab them from the side and then just kind of carry them over. They'll like switch their legs and try to scratch you, but they can't do anything to you. But nah, this boy was, when I got to him, like, oh, that's a snapping turtle. And as I said for my tweet, I could tell because it had a dinosaur tail, which is key.
Yes.
It has spikes like on the back of it, like it has like a dinosaur thing. And that thing was not happy to see me. So it kind of turned toward me and it started hissing at me. And I'm like, oh crap. And then the Dark Souls battle began where I was trying to like circle strafe it and it was trying to circle strafe me. I'm like, I'm trying to save you, turtle. It's like, ha! And it was like, its little head was snapping at me. And I'd get behind it. Because I got behind it and I grabbed it by the side and it was like snapping at me. And I was like, ah, crap. So I dropped, I barely picked it up and it snapped and I dropped it. And so I was trying to move it and it was It was moving its legs. Its legs actually scratched like my pants. But eventually, like, it was getting too ornery, so I got it enough where I could just kind of chuck it off the road onto the grass. I'm like, there. You're done. And it looked at me, it's like, ah. I'm like, yeah. And that was my good deed.
Snapping turtles are one of the most ferocious looking animals in the world. At no point do they look adorable. They are always.
It's like a dragon. It's a dragon turtle. That's what those things just are.
Yes.
He was pissed.
Yes. That's how they live their life.
You know what, Kevin? At least you tried. That's all that really matters.
I did save, and it wasn't, when I left, it was not a smear on the road, which means it didn't try to cross the road again and get hit by a car. So I did save it. But man, that thing, oh, a turtle.
Yeah.
I got it though. But yeah, that's basically. It's just. It reminds me of a thing my dad showed me. I haven't talked about the snapping turtles on the podcast before.
No, I don't think
The
so.
Louisiana, the Bayou snapping turtle video, which is both horrific and also sad, but fascinating. Which is about.
I don't think so.
It's about the guys in Louisiana, and they live in the bayou, and they hunt snapping turtles because restaurants buy snapping turtles for turtle soup because snapping turtle's big. So how you hunt a snapping turtle is you get in the swamp with your bare hands or whatever, and you just kind of feel around the bottom, and then you feel the shell of the snapping turtle in the murky swamp water. And you got to make sure those ridges on the snapping turtle, they're facing towards you. You don't want to be because otherwise you're in the front. So what happens is you got to dive underneath the water and you grab that turtle and you pick him up. And you see like the old experienced snapping turtle guy, thick Cajun accent, and he says, mistake the people make when the turtle grabs onto their hands or the fingers is they try to rush. But you can't do that because that just makes them bite harder. You just got to take that pressure until he lets go. And you're like, oh, Lord. And you're like, this guy. And it's one of those things where they're like, this dude. And they just pick up the turtle. And he talked about how the turtles have been overfished because he goes, the turtles, they don't breed too often. So they're an endangered species in Louisiana. Because they got overfished. Because of, Louisiana turtle soup became so expensive and lucrative that the turtles got fished and, they're turtles. They don't grow very quickly. They live for 100 years. So he goes, eventually they just run out of turtles. And apparently, it was kind of sad about how mankind is destroying the bayou. But also the fact that these people are crazy and incredible. They're not stupid, but they're incredible. Those dudes, I could not do what he's doing. I could not let the turtle bite me and just go, no, you gotta let him bite until he's done.
Well, no, yeah, that's one of those where in the moment you just have to think, okay, if I just let him keep biting me, that's my best bet to keep this finger.
Yep, because if you try to hit him or something, he's gonna clamp on. There's a difference between he bite and clamp down, and then he starts ripping. That's what happens whenever he gets mad.
I know. I love the idea of just deal with it. You can't do anything. Just deal with it.
You gotta deal with. And the line was, my dad said it, and it's just in my brain. It's just some people can't deal with that pressure. That's it.
That's what got me.
Yeah, and it's like, wow. He was incredible. Oh, I gotta see here.
Takes all kinds.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about That's all I've been up to, other than Magic the Gathering cards, which I was going to complain a lot about, but we're like an hour in, so I don't need to that much. Because we had other
I
things
think
to talk
I think
about.
Can't Handle the Pressure is a good place to end it.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
If I remember, I will try to link that video, or I'll tweet it out, or I'll put it in the podcast description.
Please, I really want to see that.
Anyways, later days.
Bye.